Okay, everyone, welcome to the fifth video tutorial. Here we are going to look at, we are still working on how to add more resources to our topics. Okay, so we want to further develop our topics. Now, assuming this is where you want to add another resource, or maybe continue from where we left off. Now, to add, let's say you have searched online and you have come across an article, or you've come across a video or something that you want the students to actually watch, and then as part of the lesson. So you go online and you find something, you want to send the URL, the link to the student so that the student can have access to it. How do you do that? To do that, you go to add an activity or resources. And remember, activities are something that the children engage in. Okay, it has to do with the children involvement. Resources are materials that you are giving them. So obviously we'll go to resources. Now under resources, we'll pick URL, add the URL. Okay, and the URL, that is a uniform resource locator, is supposed to point to the exact site that you intend to discuss. So remember, you are adding a new URL to unit 1 respiration. Now, what is the URL name? Maybe article or video on respiration, anything. So article on respiration. Now at this point, that is the name of the link that you want to give it. Okay, now this is the external URL. Now what you do is that you will go to the article. So let's assume this is the article you want them to read. Okay, this is just an article I just found online. So depending on what you also want to teach or what you want the students to read, you can also copy the URL. That is this one. Okay, once you copy it, I don't know how you want to copy. Control-C, or you can right click on this and then go to copy. Okay, whichever way, that will be better for you. So you copy it and then you come here and then you paste the URL here. Control-V to paste, or you right click and then you go to paste. Okay, now once you put the URL here, what happens is that you can also describe the URL. Okay, describe it as in a description of how the URL, what it seeks to achieve. Just one line description. And then once you write something here, don't forget to check this button, display description on course page, so that the children will be able to see it. So once you do that, you can leave everything that is here as it is, and then you say save and return to course. Now once you save and you return to course, this is what we are expecting to see. Of course, we have article, and that is our article. So once we click on this, of course we will have to change this one to 1.3. Okay, now once we click on this, it is expected to open for the children that particular article. Now check it out. Okay, you click on this link and then there you have it. It takes you straight to the page of the article. Then the students can read this, and then once they are done, they can get back. They can come back to the course itself. So that is how to redirect students to a particular page that maybe talks about the lesson, or it explains further the content. So you give the students not only the materials that you have prepared, but you can also direct them to a link that they can read to expand their knowledge on the article that you are trying to expose to them. Now, in the same way, it is when you want to add a web page, you can also create a web page and then ask the children to bring it in a form of a web page. So when you come here, again, you would want to add an activity or resource. It's still about, increasing the activities and resources. So this one is also a resource. And so you go to resources and then you go to a page. And this is what I'm referring to, page. Okay, so once you click on page, what you are expected to see is that you are expected to see the general name for the page. Okay, so maybe you want to put something like this. Let me go to the site that I visited and then see if I can mimic something. Yes, so we can get something like this, copy, and then come here and then paste it here. Okay, this is the general name for the what do we call it, the page that you are trying to create. You can give a description of the page. Okay, you can do that. Once you do that, then don't forget to put this thing here, check this button. Now once you are done, you can come here, and this is the content of the web page, what you want to post there. So let's assume this is what you want to put there. You can copy this. Okay, let me just copy all this. Let me undo. Okay, so let's assume this is what you want to, post to the students in the form of a web page. You copy and then you paste it there. So over here, you can, do some things like highlight it, and then give it a header, like a medium header or a pre-formatted header. Okay, and then once you are done, you can bold it, you can do all this stuff, center it and all that, give numbers, and then you can create a link, and the link could be, for instance, let me see, yes, you want to direct them to read on something on let's say postgraduate program. Okay, this one. Okay, so you can create a link for this one here, and then that link, where should it point them to? Let's say it's supposed to point them to PRESEC official webpage. Let me just come here and copy this. Copy. Then when you come here, you can paste it here. Okay, so then you create the link. Okay, so once you create this link, what it means is that when they click on this, it's expected that it takes them to, yes. So if you want, when they click on it, it's supposed to open in a new window, so that it will not open on the web page. You can also do that. So you can create a link so that it will open in a new window once they do that. Now, if maybe you want to also point to a file, okay, maybe it is a file that you want to, let's say, add. You can also do that. We'll be talking about this H5P in future lessons. So that is that about how to create a page. And then when you are done, you say save and return to course. Okay, good. So we are expected that our web page should land right now. Yes, that's our web page. Okay, and we can name this one as 1.4, and then hit enter. Neatly and nicely done like that. So once you click on this, we said that it's supposed to open it in a what? In a page. Okay. So this is how it will appear on a page. All right. This is what you have asked them to do. Now let's find a link. We created a link somewhere. We created something that is supposed to be a link. I think it was something like a post, something. Yes, the graduate program. So once you click on this graduate program, you see that it opens, it is going to point to PRESEC official website. Okay, there you have it. It points to PRESEC official website. So that is how to, design your page and make it look more interactive and make it look more friendly for the students to actually enjoy the content that you have done. So this is just a web page that you have created. Of course, you can format all this and make it look like your own, okay? And design your own page and make it look good. So in our next lesson, we will be looking at how to add more resources and more activities in order to make our platform or course very rich. Join me in the next lesson.